Doesn't always take the first one in the shootouts.
Are we going to see a little hop, skip and a jump?
That is exactly what Ederson's thinking, I would imagine. So here we go. Shootout for the Community Shield. Bruno Fernandes sends Ederson the wrong way, and Manchester United are 1-0 up, 1 out of 1.
Yeah, fairly straightforward penalty from Bruno Fernandes. Just a slight delay, but just strokes it. It's not even in the corner. I think he must sense that Ederson was going one way and just passed it to the other side of him.
So it's the senior citizens who are coming forward. Certainly this one, Bernardo Silva again, is. There's no one who's really established themselves as Manchester City's major penalty taker before Erling Haaland. And here goes the man who equalised, and it's a poor penalty. Well played, Onana, but the truth is, it was made very easy for him. And as the header was as powerful and dynamic, that was just the opposite.
That looked very lacklustre, didn't it? Couple of paces, nice height for the goalkeeper, no real pace on it. He's frustrated with himself. That's a poor penalty.
It's shades of City at this stage last season. Marcus, who stepped up here? Diogo Dalot. Diogo Dalot is second on parade for Manchester United. And it gets in despite the best efforts from Ederson, who did well to reach it, hit with power.
It's a nice height for him, the goalkeeper. Chooses the right way. Oh, he should save it, I think. Once he makes, or gets both hands to it, I think he should keep that one out. Dalot gets a bit lucky there.
Kevin De Bruyne, who's only on the field for a few minutes, finds himself at a critical stage of the shootout for Manchester City. Onana's saved already from Bernardo Silva. De Bruyne does well, and City are on the board, 2-1.
Yeah, just egging Ederson along. Can you get us back into this game? Make a save for us. Little stop there. And then he knows that Onana's already gone that way, so he can just roll it into the other side. Good penalty.
So Garnacho, having seen the score of the City goal in regulation time miss, he needs to keep Manchester United's advantage here. He has the chance to keep Manchester United's advantage against Ederson, and tricks the goalkeeper. 3 out of 3 for the team in red.
And I think that's a really top-class penalty. Bit of whip on it. Hits the side netted as well. You don't get much better than that.
So, a man who has slotted home plenty of penalties since he joined Manchester City and before. But this won't go down in the record books as a Wembley goal, but he needs to score it nonetheless.
Well, he had a very poor game, Erling Haaland. Hardly involved. When he was involved, didn't get hold of the ball enough. I'm not overly confident he's going to score this one.
Onana waits, but he shows no doubts. So it is 3-2.
Well, Onana saying, you know, play it that side. That's the way you're going to have to go, because I'm standing here. And then by the time he plays it, he's in the middle and moving across, so it's a fairly easy penalty for Haaland in the end.
In a game of bluff and double bluff, I don't think that was well played, really, by the Manchester United goalkeeper. Well, now Jadon Sancho to make a contribution. A bit of redemption for Sancho, of course, took a penalty here for England. And like then, he has failed from the spot. Ederson got to it. Frame of the goal did the rest. And Manchester City might just be back in business, Stuart.
Well, I think it's a shame for Sancho, a player that must be short on confidence at Manchester United. Again, it's a nice height for the goalkeeper. He gets that top hand to it and just about keeps it out, but it's not great news for Sancho. Well, here's a big moment for someone new at the club.
Savinho has the chance to level it up. Onana might not know much about his technique, and he can't keep it out. It's a very good penalty. Another twist to the drama here. In the 90 minutes, Ten Hag's side seemed to be moving towards victory. In the penalty shootout, Ten Hag's side have been moving towards seeming victory.
Yeah, good penalty, as you said. Side foot, accurate, enough pace on it. And all the good work that Casemiro did in the second half. Can he continue it here?
Casemiro, he certainly can continue it. And the shootout moves in Manchester United's favour, but City, of course, have taken one less. Not right in the corner, but good enough.
You have to believe that when you hit it in that area, that the goalkeeper's going to go the other way.
Talking of goalkeeper, Stuart.
Well, I'd imagine he's going to smash this. It's one of the best strikers of ball I've seen.
He's taken the responsibility here, and he doesn't smash it, but he scores it. And the goalkeepers' union, they're having a chat about that, I'm sure, afterwards. So here we are with 5 penalties each and 4 all on the board. Scott McTominay.
One of the many players that have been linked to a move away from Manchester United throughout the summer.
Here he goes. And Ederson went the right way, but there's too much power from the Scott McTominay.
Does he get hands to this? I think he might just, but can't keep it out. Good enough from McTominay.
Matheus Nunes has to score.
You always look at a player as he's coming up to take the penalty. I would suggest he doesn't look overly confident.
But then you didn't fancy Haaland.
No, true.
Here we go. We'll find out in a fraction of a second now as Nunes scores with a certain amount of aplomb.
I'd take it all back. What a penalty. There's no saving that, because it's the height that beats the goalkeeper.
Yeah. If you go high and keep it under the bar, you always score, really, but the risk of going over the top. And here is Lisandro Martinez.
Had a difficult first half, played in left back rather than his normal centre-back position. Went to centre-back when Maguire went off.
Shootout is level. But now Manchester United lead again, and the pressure goes back on City. Cheeky penalty, really.
Yeah, just has that little hop into it, right in the corner.
Right into the side of the net. That's unreachable, really. So it's down to the captain, Ruben Diaz.
Pep Guardiola turns away. Once it starts getting down to the centre halves.
Yeah, maybe he feels like you've felt a couple of times. Diaz has to score for Manchester City. And again, Pep Guardiola should show more faith, you think. A very calmly delivered shot.
And he gives the goalkeeper Ederson a big shout. Johnny Evans.
As you say, getting down to the central defenders. This time, the players that have been substituted are quite relieved that they're not standing in the centre circle, waiting a fateful moment. Can't recall seeing Johnny Evans take a penalty in his long career. We're 6-all in the shootout. He's missed.
Well, there's what you were talking about. Trying to keep it high, but under the crossbar. Was he trying to go down the middle? It's a half-hearted penalty, really. He's frustrated with himself. He tries to go down the middle and lift it over the keeper. It's a poor, poor penalty.
And now Pep Guardiola is looking a little bit happier. He's got a bit of advice from Ederson to Manuel Akanji. Well, Manchester City were staring defeat in regulation time. Bernardo Silva scored. Then when Silva's penalty was saved, they were staring defeat in the shootout. But this to win the Community Shield, and they've done it. It's a measure of revenge for Manchester City for their FA Cup failure against United back in May. The prize perhaps not quite so glamorous, but after losing in this fixture for the last 3 years, City will be pleased to get their hands on this Community Shield. Stuart Robson.
Well, you can see what it means to Manchester City and the players. You can